Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Help Us Here podcast, brought to you by the Beyond Compulsion Academy. Today I'm going to be talking about the benefits of overcoming porn addiction and how the benefits can actually be experienced right away. I think there's this misconception that we're going to hit a certain amount of days and we're going to start slaying dragons and having these crazy superpowers, right? It's not going to happen. So my experience is the benefits sort of compound over time, but they also can be experienced like right away. Like the day you've actually started changing your neural pathways by thinking through the choice and you've got clarity on, okay, I have options here, I can choose to relapse. I also have some other options, or I also have one other option, because there's really ever two options. You either do it or you don't. It's A or B, it's black and white. So anyway, you've got these options. Now, when you're crystal clear on your option and you've chosen that and you've decided, all right, this is what I'm doing right now, it's like you get to experience the benefit right there and then. So I know there's like these kind of more spiritual practices and you got the semen retention and all of that. But I actually think a lot of those thought patterns around it can be part of the addiction, and freedom lives on the other side of this and is really about, okay, well, just moment by moment, I'm living my life. Like, I'm not thinking about this problem. I'm just cracking on, I'm spending time with my family or with my friends, or I'm pursuing my goals. I'm working on myself in these areas. And that to me is your freedom. It's not about thinking all the time about, oh my God, like I have all this crazy like burning energy, I can lift up the world and throw it at people. I mean, that makes no sense, but you get my point, right? It's really about just kind of being a bit more grounded. No, and actually, yeah, I'm in control of myself. Like just bringing it back into reality of the little things. The little things in life are just so much better. The last 2 nights have been so wholesome. I've run a book club here in Manchester in Ancoats, and we're reading this book at the minute called American Pastoral, and this book is big. It's a massive book. I'm about a third of the way through it, and we've got the book club on Sunday. As I record this, it's Friday. I don't have a lot of time to read this book, so I've got a lot of reading to do over the next 2 days, but last night and the night before, the first night I was at my girlfriend's and we're both just there in her bed reading a book, for about an hour or so, and then we go to sleep, sorted. And it's like that little moment, and then like last night I was in my flat, she was in hers. I'm reading my book, she's reading hers, and we're both on FaceTime. And I know this sort of thing it's so simple, it's so small, it's not some big ambitious goal. But to me, it's things like that, which is like the benefit of overcoming a porn addiction, is to kind of get back to doing little things which just feel nice, just feel a bit wholesome. Going for a walk, last night I played football. I was in pretty good form as well, got quite a few goals, so that was great as well. I just loved it. It was so enjoyable. Today it's quite nice weather as well, so I'm probably going to take my book and just read it in the park. Playing football with my mates later. We're going to my mate's gig tonight. He's a singer. He's really good at singing. Just things like that. It's like real life examples, just you living your life and cracking on and just feeling like a normal person who can live with integrity. You've not got this part of you that's hiding away where you're full of shame. I had a message from a client actually this morning, and he was saying he went out with his mates last night and it was like the first time in so many years where he didn't have this problem on his mind. He didn't have this compulsive desire, and he could just relax and be like open-minded and really connected and present. They're the benefits of overcoming a porn addiction. And so we've got this paradox, this NoFap paradox, because the more you're focusing on not doing something, the more you're thinking about it. And so you're never actually going to achieve this place that you want to be, which is where you have the freedom from it. If I say to you, don't think of a golden elephant, what do you think of? You think of a golden elephant, like a gold elephant. That's what you think of right now. So if you're saying to yourself on repeat, don't think of a gold elephant, don't think of a gold elephant, don't think of a gold elephant, you're more likely to think of the gold elephant than if you actually dealt with the problem, changed the neural pathways correctly when it comes to porn, and just had that freedom on the other side, So there's not some big benefits, and even thinking there's going to be some big benefits and these superpowers or whatever It's like that's part of the compulsion to me. That's part of the problem because you're still thinking about it. You know, if you're thinking about it on any level, to me, I see that as an opportunity to change some neural pathways. Our guys in the program obviously do that with the 5-fact script, and that's what you want to do, is you want to think through your choice in that moment. All right, I'm thinking about this thing again. Like, if I'm thinking about it, then that is compulsive desire, because compulsive desire refuses to be ignored, and if this just wasn't a problem and I was free from it, I wouldn't be thinking of it, you know? Hopefully that makes sense. It's just going to be a short one today. I really just wanted to get this out there though, because I think it's so essential to realise that you can experience the benefits way sooner than you think. If you're counting a streak, that's part of the problem. I would eliminate your streak entirely. Stop counting that, you know, delete the blockers, delete the streak counters, delete the communities, and just really zone in on dealing with the addicted neural pathways. And also acknowledge and enjoy the benefits moment by moment, and keep on doing that as well, because little things like, I'll give you an example, you know, me being grateful, and honestly being grateful for my girlfriend, and like having that time on FaceTime, or just like laying in her bed, like reading a book, like me being grateful for those moments, it's almost like it's strengthening these like new neural pathways of gratitude for being beyond the addiction. The more you can do that and be aware of these benefits that you're experiencing, the better. The less you think way off into the future though about some distant benefit, the better as well. Because like the benefits exist in the present moment. They're not going to suddenly appear for you. You don't reach a 90-day streak and then your muscles double in size. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, just bring it back to the present moment, and hopefully this is useful for you. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. So cheers for listening. If you want to learn more about the Beyond Compulsion method, we've got a bit of a free training sort of video in the description. We'll leave that there. Cheers, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.